What up, everyone? Got a very exciting box here, the BAM box. So, I was very pleased with last month's box. Got the #1 spot. It did quite fantastic. They really are making their own little niche in the box market, which is impressive considering they're such a new company. It's really something that's hard to do. So I'm obviously very excited for this box, but at the same time, you know, it's hard to compete with them own selves. Like, they did such a good, like, they did so well last month. It's going to be really hard to compete with that. But the good news is they do have their leeway with signed stuff, and that seems like artwork as well, so I'm still excited. Let's check it out, see what we got. Pup's excited. You want to come out? Come out? There we go. Alright, Pup, let's see what we got. Oh, so it looks like they kind of took the style from the Funko boxes where they have a little flap here, and they got a little pin on here as well. So let's take a look at this pin. Let's get a closer look. So this seems like kind of a crossover, I guess. So this looks like a... It's hard to do this with puppies in my lap. Okay, I know. So it looks like a crossover between Spider-Man and Charmander, maybe? Yeah, that kind of looks like it. Crossover between Spider-Man and Charmander. Spider-Char, or whatever you want to call that. Alright, that'll do. I like the quality of the pin. The quality of the pins... Oh, it says right there. Spider-Mander. Probably should have read it. So the quality of the pin's very nice. It's got a very nice style. It's got some embeveling, embossing to it. Alrighty. So it looks like we got some cards right on top. And this is a card that I've personally gotten every time. It says, "Congratulations, 1-Up. One of your items has been upgraded." This card doesn't usually mean a ton. It means that one of the items is different. It usually doesn't change the value really much at all from what we've seen in the past, but it's still cool that there is, at the very least, variations as to what you can get in the box. And this is just an advertisement. And, oh, we have a giveaway. Stan Lee signed Spider-Man mask. So it looks like they're doing a giveaway here for a signed Spider-Man mask by Stan Lee. So they'll announce the winner on 5/31. So they already announced it. I'm late on this box. Whatever. Alright, let's get into these items. So I'm just going to grab, see what we got here. I have no idea what this is. Oh, cardboard virtual reality glasses. Okay. That seems pretty cool. Pup, get out of here. Alright. I'm kind of hesitant. I don't want it. It's cardboard. I'm hesitant to pull on anything, so I don't want to break it. Oh, it's Velcro. Okay. Oh, gosh. I'm really scared I'm going to break something. I might want to read the manual before I do that. Let me try. There we go. Okay. Okay. Pup, give me some space, dude. Alrighty, so I don't know where the cards are. I'm assuming they're somewhere in the box. Okay, so I'll have to find the cards and figure that out. So that's cool. Virtual reality viewing device. Then we got a nice fancy little box here. Let's see what we got inside. Looks like a ring on a chain. And I'm sure this is referencing something. And yeah, Lord of the Rings. So I doubt the camera will be able to pick it up. It's very subtle in there. But this is a replica of the Lord of the Rings ring. It's got the writing on the side, all down the side of it. It's very subtle, so I would show you right now, but I highly doubt the camera will be able to get that. But that's cool. Nice little prop replica. Alrighty. Moving along. This says, "Warning. This substance contained within this canister was obtained from classified archaeology. The site is deemed top secret. Exposure to human DNA combined with magnetic fields may cause a..." Okay. What is this? Alright. So it looks like, I'm guessing, some kind of magnetic material. Pup will not let me check this stuff out. It seems like magnet... Okay, so this little guy is a little cube magnet, and this material seems magnetic. So I don't know, it seems like it's like superfluo fluid. I forget what it's called. I forget the scientific term for it. But it's like a gel that's magnetic. So there's a little magnet that sticks to it. I'll give you a closer look. It's not really anything. It's just a little cube magnet. So giving a close-up wouldn't really help. But yeah, so it's just kind of a gel-like substance that is also magnetic. And it comes with a little cube magnet. Alright, that's cool. Alrighty, getting down to the bottom of the box. Let's see what we got here. Alrighty. So this is a little card that says everything in there. So that's cool. And then it looks like we got some artwork. Two different ones. So this one, this is I don't know if this is an incentive or not. It looks kind of like it is. But this looks like it's from the new Flash show, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like the character, yeah. And this is, I can't read the signature, dang it. Looks like it says Tony Todd. Okay, I'll have to look that up. Anyway, so there's that. And then this looks like some artwork. And it looks like, as you can see, the numbers on the prints are getting higher as the company is getting more popular, which makes sense. So this is out of 2000. But we got a nice little art print of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. And it comes signed and numbered, as it always does. So that's very cool. That's something I always like about this box, the fact that they can get signed stuff. And I'll have to check and see if this is an incentive or if everyone got this one. But this looks like the character from the Flash TV show. I do not recall the actor's name off the top of my head, so I will have to look that up. And then I'll read the little card and get some more information on it. Oh, it's right there. Tony Todd. I was pretty close. So yeah, everyone did get that. So that's really cool. Okay, alright, so we'll take a short little break. And then we'll come back and talk about some value and give this box a rating. Alright, we are back. Let's talk about this box. A lot of really interesting items in this box. And I did my little research and read the card and figured out what they are. So, like I was saying, this little cardboard viewer is for virtual reality, and it's for your cell phone. There's apps. The little card in there that was an advertisement was actually the apps you can get, and you get them on your phone, and you use this viewfinder for virtual reality, and basically you hold your phone in there and you can look around and do stuff like that. So, I tried it out on my phone. I downloaded the app and tried to figure it out. It didn't really work too well for me, to be quite honest. It's still really cool, the whole virtual reality concept, having your phone and be able to look around. It gives you that immersive feeling. But as far as the viewfinder, maybe it's just me, maybe I don't have good vision, but I couldn't get it to focus. It still was doing like left and right. I had to close one eye to get like a clear picture because it was still showing two of everything. And I'm not sure if I was doing it wrong, or it's my vision, or it's my phone. So that part I'm not sure. But anyway, this little viewfinder, nothing super expensive about it. It's literally made of cardboard, and these are just like little plastic lenses. You can get this for like $1. There's no value there. It's just fun to have. It's cool to have, and it's something that's going to be pretty relevant in the near future. This is showing up more and more, so it's just something cool to play around with. I did the Star Wars one. They had a little Star Wars app. It took a while to download all the stuff, but it was still cool to experience. So that's fun. Then, our little pin. Our little Spider-Mander pin. So it's pretty hard to give this some value because it's a very specific pin and it's a crossover. But I'm going to go just based off the quality and design of it. Of like any pin that I've seen of this size, this quality, they're going to go for like $5 or $6. Something that's like embeveled and embossed that has this quality, that's about how much it's going to go for. So that's what I'm basing it off of. And they had two different versions. The one I got here with like the gunmetal background, and then a one-up one with like a gold background. So you had two different options of what you could have got there. Then, what's next? Oh, the ring. So I found out this also had two variants. This is from Lord of the Rings, and it has all the script on the side of it, so it has the nice little engraving. And it looks very nice. It's a very nice prop replica. So I actually got a one-up version of it, and this is actually an 18-karat gold ring, which is really awesome. That's so cool that they can put something like that in there, because that makes it a little more authentic that it's actual gold. But not everyone got that. So most people got just the gunmetal version of it, so I have to base the value off of that. So for a prop replica of that quality, it's going to be around $15, give or take, because there are a lot of companies that do make prop replicas of that. Some of them are really crappy in design, so you can get them for like $5 or something like that. But this one is actually very nice. Like I was saying, I would show it on the camera, but it's so subtle, I doubt the camera will be able to pick it up. But the chain's actually pretty nice too, so it has decent quality too. So I could see it going for at least $15. But again, that's just a general value. There's no specific value on it. Without it being branded or from any specific company, it's hard to get an exact value, so I'm just going off general values here. Then, we got our putty. This is the most amazing stuff. I had so much fun playing with it, so I'll have to get up close and kind of show you what this does. But basically, this is just magnetic putty. Oh, and it kind of settled at the bottom there. But this is like stupid fun to play with. So I'm a big nerd, but I'm also a big geek. I like science and technology and stuff like that. I like all that stuff. I think it's cool. I'm very entertained by all that. So I find lots of fun in stuff like this. But essentially, this is just, it's essentially Silly Putty. It's just like Silly Putty, but it's magnetic. So you can see it like stick to this little tin here, and it's not really sticking to it. It's just magnetic, which is really cool and fun. And then they give you this little cube here, this little magnetic cube to put in there. And I'm going to try my best here to like get the camera to focus. Maybe if I stand up next to it and get my hands in there, try to get it to focus. There we go. So I'm going to put it in the center, and this is so cool. It like just kind of absorbs it in there. And this reminds me of like Venom from Spider-Man, because it just kind of like crawls around it, and you see it like creeping up the sides, and it's so cool how it like moves around on its own. And then it just like absorbs it in there. So it literally looks like this, like the symbiote suit from Spider-Man. That's like exactly what it reminds me of. And it's really slow moving, but I was just playing around with this for just like hours on end. Well, not hours, like 1 hour. I actually had to change the battery in my camera because I was playing around with it so much. But I was just putting in like different positions and just like watching what happens with it and just like playing around with it. So it's just fun. Like, it's fun to play around with magnets and stuff. And then this is just really cool. So it's essentially just magnetic Silly Putty, and then it kind of twists and moves around, and then it kind of just does its own thing. So you just place it in there and watch what it does, and it's kind of fun to just stretch it and play with it. So this is probably the most entertaining item I've ever seen in a box. I love this. I love playing with magnets, and I like playing with this little putty. I think it's crazy entertaining to play with, so I got a lot of fun out of it. So that's what that is. That's the explanation of it. So it's super fun to play with. And I think anyone will get entertainment out of that. So here's the only bad news about it. It's not expensive. This is very easy to come by. I don't think it's from any specific brand or company or anything like that. So you can get that for like $3 online. It's really not expensive at all. It's more fun to play with than anything else, but there's really no value in there. But it's really cool that they put it in there. I like that they put like fun and interesting things that no other box might have thought to put in there, just because it's fun. Like, not everything needs to be valuable and collectible. Sometimes it is just having fun getting the box and playing with the stuff. So that definitely served its purpose there. Although not valuable, I had a shitload of fun playing with it. So there's that. Then let's move on to our prints. So we have two different ones. The first one is an art print by Rick Martin. And this is signed and numbered, so it's signed and numbered artwork. Rick Martin's known for like graffiti artwork, like that's his style. I tried to do a little more research on it, but it was extremely hard to do because every time I typed in Rick Martin, it came up with Ricky Martin, which I could give a shit less about. But this guy, I saw some of his other work, very similar to this, very graffiti style. So he signed it, and it's numbered out of 1999, so about 2,000 of it. So it's a very high number, but it still gains value because it has a number. So it doesn't really matter. As long as it's signed a number, that is where it gains its value. And the print quality is very nice. It's on very nice cardstock, so that's cool too. And they come with a little COA, which is always appreciated. So value-wise on that, that's going to go for about 20 to 30. He's not the most well-known artist in this kind of genre. He's done stuff like that before, but he's not super well-known. Well-known enough, but not super well-known. So that's his prints were kind of going for around that much, like $20 on the low end, maybe $30 on the high end. He's just not he's not well-known enough to gain like a super high amount for his prints and stuff. But the fact that it is signed and number does gain something there. So about 20 to 30, somewhere in there. Next, we got our Tony Todd signed. This is just a signed picture. It's not really an art print. And this is his character Zoom that he plays on the Flash TV show. So I found out he's most well known as Candyman. He was the horror movie Candyman. He was that actor. That's him. And he's also very well known for his voiceover work, which he does for this character, because he has a very domineering voice, and he does just really good voice work. He also worked on Transformers, too. He did one of those. Not one of the main characters. He just did a character. So that's what he's known for. So I'm noticing that they're doing... last month was a horror one, too, from the kid who played Jason. So same concept. So very well-known actor. He's done a lot of work, so he's got a pretty cool signature. And this is very current because the TV show is obviously going on right now. So the price on that is going to be about $25, which is a decent amount because for someone like this that's not a household name but recognizable, we've seen signed stuff like this come up before, not just with the band box. And those signatures usually go like 12 to 15, to be quite honest. It's really cool to get but they don't hold much value. His does, because I think he's a little more well-known, and he played such an iconic character of Candyman, and the horror genre has such a huge following, and he's currently on a TV show right there. So his does get a little higher just because he's more relevant and a little more well-known. So that's really cool. And that was all the items in the box. So value-wise, on the low end, 66, and on the high end, 80. So you got double your value. You got a good amount there. And that's mostly for the signed stuff. And that's what this box is known for. So the exact value, you kind of got to put in like what you think it might be worth, because most of the things I valued here are not exact. They're just general estimations based on my experience. I've done a lot of collectibles. I know signatures. I know artwork. Like, I'm using my own experience to do the best I can to value them, but it's not a perfect system. So you got to kind of use your own judgment to figure out the exact value. But in general, you pretty much got double your value. And this is kind of what we'd expect from this box. We've seen prop replicas before, so that's something we saw there. We definitely have seen signatures before, we got that, and we definitely see artwork. So it's things that I definitely like to see, and other people do too, and it's reoccurring. So we're now that we've had this for a couple months, we're getting a better feel for this company and what to expect out of it. And it still seems like a great box because it is offering things that no other box is doing. And that's basically based on the signatures and the partnerships they have with prop replica companies. So that's what you can expect from this box, and I personally really liked it. And I really liked playing with the magnetic stuff, although it was just kind of filler. There's nothing really special. Same with virtual reality. Those were just kind of filler. There's pretty much no value to those at all, but it was still something entertaining. And that's what I would hope for something that's just filler. Like, mostly it's just throwaway stuff, but this is stuff that I actually got decent value out of. It actually occupied my time, and I got some entertainment out of it, which I thought was really cool as well. So, overall, a score on this, I'm going to give this a 7.25 out of 10. I thought this was a good box, a good mix of stuff. The actors on this, the artist wasn't as well known. Like I said, last month kind of blew it out of the water. It was really amazing. Everyone knows who Jason is. Like, it's very well known. Not necessarily the actor, but the character Jason. And Chris Uminga from last month, he's a very, very well-known artist in so many genres. These people, definitely good stuff. Happy to see these signatures, but not as well-known. So Candyman is up there, but not as well-known. And Rick Martin, he's done stuff, and I've recognized his work, but not nearly as much as like Chris Uminga. So that's why it gets a little bit of a lower score, but still a great score nonetheless. So still a great box. And I'm happy to see anything else that comes with it. And it's always cool to get incentives, because it seems like they have a lot of incentives. Not just like gold variants and things like that, but also they still have the, I'm pretty sure, last time I checked, they had the 1 out of 10, or I don't know what the odds are anymore, but there's extra incentives of getting signed stuff, aside from the signed stuff that comes in every box. So it's cool that we get options and variants and things like that, because it keeps it interesting. So I think that's really awesome, and I'm happy I got a gold ring. I think that's really cool. So that's just something that keeps it interesting and keeps the company alive. So anyway, this has been the BAM box. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Whether you liked all the signatures, whether you like the stuff, it's fun to play with. Just let me know what you guys think, and I'm excited to see what it is next month. It's always a surprise. I'm excited to see what artist they get and what actor they get to sign stuff. Like, it's always going to be something cool and exciting. So I'm very excited to see that. Anyway, this has been the BAM box, 7.25 out of 10. Let me know what you guys thought about it. See you on the next video. Love y'all. Peace.